Hey guys, welcome to Friends by Film. We have myself and Daniel Polidoro here, and we're going to talk about the recent Spider-Man news. There's a lot going on right now with Sony. A lot of news coming out from the trades. We have now confirmed. We've had confirmed Jamie Foxx reprising his role as Electro in the Andrew Garfield series of Spider-Man films, and recently we've had Alfred Molina slated to reprise his role as Doc Ock. Daniel, what are some thoughts right now you got going on regarding Spider-Man and Spider-Man 3, what it's coming up to be?
Spider-Verse is what I would say. Sony has seen the success of their animated Spider-Verse and is like, well, we're going to do it in live action now, since we already have 3 Spider-Men over the past, 20 years, right? Or
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think if I'm not mistaken, Spider-Man 1 by Sam Raimi came out in 2002?
2002, yeah. I saw it.
2002. And I guess my question for you is, do you have a favorite Spider-Man thus far?
Spider-Man 2. I like
Okay.
that one, which is cool because Doc Ock is coming back, which I think he was.
Yeah, so I also agree with you that we're going to get a Spider-Verse. I know, if I'm not mistaken, Doctor Strange and the Madness Multiverse, or the Multiverse of Madness, is slated to come out. And considering Sam Raimi's involvement, it makes sense that he would be the one to open up that Pandora's box. And I'm excited, man. Are you excited?
Yeah,
Hesitant?
how did you feel about the latest Spider-Man movie? What was it called? It was
Oh, Far
not
From Home.
Homecoming, Far From Home. How did you feel about that one? I didn't really care for it. I didn't think it was as good as Homecoming.
It was okay. I thought it was a fun European romp,
Yeah.
fish out of water situation. We really haven't seen Peter Parker, this iteration of Peter Parker, in his home neighborhood of New York the way we saw him in the other previous iterations with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. I'm curious to see kind of how that's going to play out. I mean, I think at this particular point in time, with 2020 being the year it's been, anything's possible. What are you
Yeah.
looking forward to? What are you hoping they don't do?
I'm hoping they don't do just cameos. I think you got to bring them back to serve the story. I hope it's not like a quick 1 minute. Oh, sorry, got to get out of this universe type thing. Oh, I hope it provides. There's a reason Toby should come back, and Andrew and I Mary Jane's coming back too. I forgot the actress's name from the original trilogy.
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst. She's
So
coming back. I've heard that too.
I heard, so I mean, and you did mention off the show that you just recently heard Charlie Cox is going to potentially be reprising his role
Yes.
as Matt Murdock, Daredevil, from the Netflix series. That, interestingly enough, I mean, yeah, why not? I don't know what to expect. I'm curious.
This is complete fan service, and I think it's a good move.
Why do
I
you think
mean,
it's a good move?
everybody's clamoring for Netflix or somebody or Marvel to pick up the Daredevil TV show or bring it back in some iteration, because when Marvel or Disney acquired Marvel, I believe they absorbed or Netflix shut down those shows, right away, or like Punisher final season, or Luke Cage had a final season, Daredevil, I guess that was the final season. They just kind of abruptly ended. So to provide closure, I guess, to that universe would be nice for the
Mhm.
fans.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Daredevil. I am curious to see what happens with his inclusion in the story. I don't know if it has been formally confirmed by any of the major outlets like Deadline or Variety, but I think, honestly, we're going to see all these people clamoring back. One of the people that I was thinking about is, are we going to see one of my favorite Spider-Man villains portrayed cinematically by the incredible Willem Dafoe, Norman Osborn? I for being the first Spider-Man cinematic film, I thought Dafoe did an incredible job. Campy at
Yes.
worst, he did a great job. Are you wanting to see Dafoe? Are there certain other characters that you'd like to see in this universe, this particular iteration.
Well, that Green Goblin passed away in the first one.
Very true.
So which I think would be kind of tough to bring him back. You could maybe do the cameo thing. Is Franco still alive? I can't remember.
I don't know where James Franco has been recently.
No, but I
Harry
mean, like,
Osborn, I can't recall
is
if he's
his character still alive? I can't remember from Spider-Man 3 because I've only seen it once.
Yeah, I can only imagine why you've only seen it once. It's not my favorite. I think I saw it when I was in high school too. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Would you want to see a return of Norman Osborn and Harry Osborn?
Maybe. I think this would be the cameo.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I think you're more likely to see Tom Hardy as Venom.
Yeah. That's another person that potentially might be introduced into the fold. I know we got Morbius, Jared Leto.
Mm-hmm.
His film has been pushed out, part of that Sony Marvel Spider-Man universe. What are your thoughts on his inclusion?
And the connection of Morbius from the trailer is Michael Keaton returning as Vulture.
Has it been confirmed that he's returning as Vulture? I'm assuming that's the case.
Well, he's in the trailer.
Yes.
I'm assuming that was Vulture. I mean, I guess they didn't really say, "Hey, you're Vulture," but he looked very much like he did in Homecoming.
Absolutely. Trying to think. I was thinking regarding the Andrew Garfield universe. I did also hear, and again, I don't know if it's actually been confirmed, but Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. I've heard, she might be returning back. And spoiler alert, for those that have been following the Amazing Spider-Man series up until its termination, she dies.
Yeah. But she might be playing, could she be playing Spider-Gwen?
Could be. I think at one point in time, that might have been something that was in the cards. Do you think we'll get a Miles Morales? Do you think we'll get something in that regard?
Wasn't that the plan with Donald Glover?
If I'm not mistaken, Donald Glover alludes to his nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's possible. I think that's a lot for one movie, though. I think they might spread it out between phases of the Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, my concern is that it's going to get too crowded. I think one of the problems with a problem with a lot of movies that are featuring all these different, big name characters and stuff like that is, the execution. I think Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War prove that it can be done really successfully and really well.
Now, this could be a play by Sony to get Spider-Man back out of the MCU and have this long Spider-Verse.
Sure.
Over 3 movies or something. This could be a play into that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think Sony has to reinvigorate or at least put out a Spider-Man film every so often to maintain or retain the rights to that character. So it would make sense, I agree, to establish this, structured arc that's going to spin out in different directions, no pun intended.
Yeah, it seems like Sony wants Spider-Man back on their platform only instead of the split. And I believe Spider-Man 3 is the last split with the MCU.
Who knows? I'm excited. I think it's going to be very interesting once we get some more confirmation. I also agree with you that I hope it's not a glorified cameo. I'd like to see some meaningful relationships going on. I have a feeling, again, that Pandora's box is going to be opened, probably in the Multiverse of Madness, which is going to, bring those characters into the fold, create chaos. And do you think we'll get a Sinister Six mashup?
I think we will on the Sony side. I don't think we'll get it in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be for Sony.
Very cool. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? What are some of the things that you're looking forward to? What are you excited about? What are you maybe a little bit hesitant on? Let us know in the comments below. Daniel, where can people find you?
At PoliPictures on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the above. You can also find us on Spotify and all the podcast platforms if you need the audio version while you work out or just on the go.
Absolutely. And we do have a Facebook page, Friends by Film. Feel free to look on Facebook for us. You can find me on Twitter at Tyler_Pacholski, Pacholski. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Yep, stay tuned.